gentlemen, welcome in. Hello, hello. Welcome in. This is going to be my predictions for SmackDown tonight. We're going to talk about Friday Night SmackDown, what's going on, what we're probably going to see tonight. So we got Carmelo Hayes is going to be here tonight, probably an open challenge. His competitor for the open challenge is could be anybody. It could honestly be anybody who, I'm going to say Kit Wilson. I think Carmelo Hayes' surprise opponent is Kit Wilson, and I think he's going to get a pretty big pop because people have been loving him lately. Like online they've been talking about him because he has that little entrance going on. But yeah, Kit Wilson, I think, is going to be Carmelo Hayes' mystery opponent for sure. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but I think that Kit Wilson is a good one. And then Carmelo Hayes is obviously going to retain the title. Next, Damian Priest and Trick Williams. Old Tricky Will. That's going to be a good match. Why does Damian's face look like that, man? But I think that's going to be a good match, definitely. And I can't remember a time that they've ever fought before. I don't even remember a time that they've fought before. Honestly, I think personally, I think that Trick should win because I think that does better for him, especially being on the main roster now. I just think that is definitely a better choice for him to win over Damian Priest, but we'll see. But so far, I got Carmelo Hayes, mystery opponent, probably Kit Wilson, and then Damian Priest and Trick Williams. I got Trick to go over, got Trick to win. Just based off of, I just think that's what is best. That'd be what was best for his career, so we'll see. Especially because they just put him on SmackDown. What do we got next? That would be a good one. That'll probably be the best match out of the night, honestly. Just because the girls always try to go in there and get it done. The girls are always trying to, welcome in, make sure to follow. Welcome in. If you're new to the channel, make sure to follow. And I'll hear a little ding. Yeah, just like that. A little ding. Anyways, this will be the best of the night, I'm sure. I think that this will probably be the best match of the night, honestly. Is Alexa and Charlotte and Nia Jax, and that'd be a good one. Charlotte and Alexa win for sure. Yeah, Charlotte and Alexa win for sure. But it'll be a good match for sure because it's a qualifying match, number one contender match for, whoever wins gets to fight Rhea Ripley and Io. So probably at the Royal Rumble, I would imagine. So Charlotte and Alexa versus Rhea and Io at the Rumble. And then what would be cool is if they did do it at the Rumble. Well, I don't know, I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah. Carmelo Hayes definitely going to get the victory tonight. And I think his surprise opponent is going to be Kit Wilson. Damian Priest and Trick Williams. Trick is definitely going to get the win tonight because he's a newcomer and he needs it, or else it does nothing for his momentum. It will literally stunt his momentum if he just comes into SmackDown and loses. It's not going to work. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair are going to win because they need to go fight Rhea and Io, and something needs to happen here where they break up or because they lose or just something like that. I don't see any of these guys winning. Upset. If it was an upset and Nia Jax and Lash Legend probably win if it's not good enough, but I think it's going to be Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. All right, and then the main event. This is the good one. This is going to be a crazy ass match. This is going to be a good one. The Wyatt Six versus Solo and the MFTs. Could go either way. They've been doing a lot of fighting. They've been doing a lot of, BS back and forth. They've been going at it pretty well. This is going to be a good match tonight. Welcome in. If you're new to the channel, make sure to drop a follow. Welcome in. We're talking about SmackDown. We're talking about the Wyatt Six versus Solo and the MFT. I think Wyatt Six wins. And the reason why I think Wyatt Six wins is because throughout the beef and the feuds the last couple weeks, the Wyatt Six have been getting the upper hand on... Solo and his guys have been getting the upper hand on the Wyatt Six for the last couple weeks. They've been beating the fuck out of him. They've been taking his lantern. They've been making him look stupid. I mean, they're good. The Wyatt Six are good, and they have the tag titles. But Solo and them have been pretty dominant, but I just don't think they're going to win. I don't know. I just don't know what it does for anyone. If the Wyatts can't lose because Uncle Howdy just had a match against Solo or Tama Tonga or one of them, and he got pinned. And he lost. So, if they come into this SmackDown and they lose, it's what's the point? There's literally no point if they come into this SmackDown and they lose. Yeah, but everything I'm saying is pretty much what happened, but it sounds pretty accurate. You think I'm right. I'm pretty right about everything. I mean, we'll see what happens, but the Wyatt Six have to win because they've been losing like crazy. And I see something more happening with Solo and them losing, and then Solo wanting to do more of his own thing, or just break this shit up. I don't know. Or, I don't know. Solo might win upset, but I think Wyatt Six needs to win. And if Wyatt Six doesn't win, then they just look really bad. Because, they're spooky and they're tag champs, but then they just lose all the time. It doesn't make sense. So, I think Solo and his group can risk a loss where the Wyatt Six can't really risk a loss anymore. You know what I mean? Wyatts have to win. So that's it. That's my final predictions for everything. We'll go back to the beginning, but Carmelo Hayes, I got to make sure he's actually having a qualifying match. Carmelo Hayes, U.S. Championship Open Challenge. Trick Williams versus Damian Priest. Women's Tag Team Championship #1 contenders match with Nia Jax, Lash Legend, Kiana James, and Julia versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. And then you got the Wyatts versus Solo. So yeah, I'm going with what I said before. Everything. So here we go. Final predictions. I'm going to come back here and we're going to check my predictions tomorrow. And we're going to see if I was right or not. But what I'm saying is Carmelo Hayes is going to come out and do his open challenge. And I think that his open challenge competitor is going to be Kit Wilson. just because Kit Wilson's been getting a lot of talk online. And if they've been looking online, like if Triple H or if whoever has actually been looking on X and looking online, I would let Kit Wilson be out there because he's all, you know, and the fans are liking the music and boop, boop, boop. So I bet it's Kit Wilson. If it's not Kit Wilson, an open I don't know. It's not going to be anybody good, I'll tell you that. It's going to be like Dolph Ziggler, or it's going to be like, you know, they did Shinsuke Nakamura the other week. I mean, it's either going to be Dolph Ziggler or it's going to be just, I don't know, man. So I'm going to go with Kit Wilson. Final guess. You heard it here. You heard it here hours before it starts. Kit Wilson is going to be Carmelo Hayes' opponent. Maybe not. We'll find out. But if whoever it is, no matter who fights Carmelo Hayes is going to win. He's winning the match. So, random opponent. Could be anybody. I'm going to say Kit Wilson. Carmelo Hayes is going to retain, and he's going to win. We move over to Damian Priest and Trick Williams. Weird match. I think it's just a match to show that Damian's still a badass and to build up Trick Williams. Trick Williams is going to win. Trick Williams is going over. He needs to. If he doesn't, it doesn't do anything for his career. He'll probably win by cheating. I'm sure he'll cheat. I'm sure he'll do something dirty behind the ref's back to get the audience hating him. Something crazy. Maybe a disqualification even. I don't know. To set up another match. DQ. But Trick's going to win. And he's going to do some grimy stuff to get it. Number one contenders match. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss are going to go over. And they're going to win. Because I think that Charlotte and Alexa need... Charlotte and Alexa need to fight Rhea and Io. Just those four. Because that'll be really good. So I think Charlotte and Alexa win, fight Io and them maybe at the Rumble. And upset is going to be Nia Jackson, Lash Legend. All bad. But Charlotte Flair and Alexa for the win. And then the main event. The main event with Solo Sikoa and the MFTs versus the Wyatt Six. The Wyatt Six are going to come out on top. And the Wyatt Six are going to win. Just because, I mean, they need to. They have to win. If the Wyatt Six don't win after losing their last couple matches and just looking weak, it's just not going to be good. I mean, Solo and the MFTs don't really need a win. They can rebuild or they can just do something different. I just has time to end that fight. So I think the Wyatt Six will probably win over. I mean, if the Wyatt Six lose, I just don't see the point. So Wyatt Six are going to win. And we'll be straight. Carmelo Hayes, mystery opponent, Kit Wilson. Carmelo Hayes retains, still United States champ. Trick Williams goes over. Trick wins. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte, they win. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, number one contenders for the tag titles. Wyatt Six goes over. Wyatt Six wins. Best thing they can do. That's it. That's going to be all my predictions. Yeah. Thank you guys, though. Thank you for tuning in and following and checking it out. And tomorrow we'll check back and we'll see how accurate and we'll see how right everything was. Yep, it's going to be a good SmackDown, though. Happy Friday to everybody. End it with the WWE title right here. Good stuff. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see what happens tonight. Have a good Friday. Peace out.